Hello and welcome to another part of this chapter graph theory. In this part we shall discuss about tree and some theorems on trees. So first of all, let us define tree. This is the definition of tree. A connected graph with no circuit or cycle is called a tree. So if we find a graph such that the graph is connected and contains no circuit or cycle, then this special type of graph is called a tree. Since a tree contains no circuit or cycle, that means automatically the graph contains no parallel edges or self loop. That means whenever we consider a tree, then the tree must be a simple connected graph with no circuit on it. As for example, if we consider this graph, then we find that the graph has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 number of vertices and 6 number of edges. This is an example of tree because this graph is connected. That means there is at least one path between any two vertices, and also the graph contains no cycle or circuit. Therefore, this is an example of tree. Now, sometimes a number of trees, that means a collection of trees, is called a forest. So, just remember that a tree is a connected graph which contains no circuit or cycle. Now we consider some properties of a tree without any proof. So we shall state these properties without any proof. The first property we shall consider here is that in a tree there exists exactly one path between any two vertices. So we have considered this tree. If we consider any two vertices, then we shall find that there is one and exactly one path between these two vertices. You can select any two vertices and you will find that there is exactly one path between these two vertices. And the converse of this property is also true. If we find a graph such that there exists exactly one path between any two vertices, then the graph is a tree. Now the next property is, in a tree if one edge is added, then the graph will have one circuit. Now if we add one edge in a tree, then it will be no longer a tree. Actually, then the graph will have one circuit or cycle. As for example, if we add one edge in this tree, suppose if we add these two vertices, then this graph will have one circuit. So if we add one edge in a tree, then the graph will have one circuit. But if we delete one edge from a tree, then the graph will become disconnected. So if we consider this tree, you can delete any edge from this tree, then you find that the graph will become disconnected. If we delete this edge, then it will become disconnected. So we can state that a tree is a minimally connected graph. We have already defined minimally connected graph, that if from a graph one edge is deleted, then the graph will become disconnected. Then we call that the graph is minimally connected graph. So remember that a tree is always a minimally connected graph. Now we shall consider some theorems, some important theorems of tree. This is the first important theorem we shall consider. The theorem is that a tree with n vertices has n minus 1 number of edges. So we shall prove that in a tree with n vertices, the tree has exactly n minus 1 number of edges. So for a tree, the number of edges is always fixed and it is one less than the number of vertices. So we shall prove this theorem and we shall use the induction method to prove this theorem. Let Sn be the statement that a tree with n vertices has n minus 1 edges. So we shall assume that this is the statement Sn, that a tree with n vertices has n minus 1 number of edges. We shall prove that this statement is true for any positive integer n, and we shall use the method of induction. So for that, we know that the first one we have to prove that this statement is true for some initial positive integer. Suppose we take n equal to 1. If we take n equal to 1, then the number of vertices will be 1. That means actually we are considering one vertex without any edge. So this is always true. This is always a tree because this is one vertex and it is connected and contains no circuit. So the number of vertices is 1, number of edges is 0. So the statement is true for n equal to 1. Next we assume that n equal to 2. So we consider two vertices. If this be a tree, then this must be a connected graph. So these two vertices must be connected by an edge. So now this becomes a tree. Now this is a tree which has two vertices and one edge. So the statement is true for n equal to 2. If we take n equal to 3, then we have 3 vertices, and since this is connected graph, so these two must be connected, or these two must be connected, and again this vertex must be connected to at least one of these two vertices. Suppose this is connected to this vertex. Now this becomes a tree which has 3 vertices and 2 edges. So the statement is also true for n equal to 1, 2, 3. Now we shall assume that this statement is true for any positive integer which is less than n. So I repeat, we shall assume that this statement Sn which is true for any positive integer less than n. That means if we take one tree such that the number of vertices is less than n, then this tree satisfies this statement. That means if we find a tree which has m number of vertices, and if this m is less than n, then the tree contains m minus 1 number of edges. So we shall assume this condition. Now using this, we shall prove that the statement is true if the number of vertices is n. Next we assume that capital T be a tree with n vertices. So we assume that T be a tree with n vertices. If we can prove that using the previous conditions that this tree T contains n minus 1 number of edges, then by the induction method we can prove that the theorem is true for any positive integer. Now since T be a tree which has n number of vertices, suppose we delete one edge from this tree. Suppose we are deleting the edge E from this tree. Now we know that from a property that if we delete one edge from a tree, then the tree becomes a disconnected graph. So now if we delete one edge from T, now this becomes a disconnected graph. So this becomes a disconnected graph which has two components. Let T1 be the first component and T2 be the first components. So the number of vertices of T1 must be less than n, and the number of vertices of T2 must be less than n, such that if we add the number of vertices of T1 and T2, then the sum will be equal to n. Now since T is a tree which contains no circuit, so T1 is a subgraph of T. So T1 must contain no circuit. Similarly, T2 must contain no circuit. So T1 is a connected graph which contains no circuit, and T2 is a connected graph which contains no circuit. So T1 itself is a tree and T2 itself is a tree. So T1 is a tree such that the number of vertices of T1 is less than n, because this is a subgraph of T, and T2 is a tree such that the number of vertices in T2 is less than n. So T1 and T2 must satisfy this condition. So if we assume that the number of vertices in T1 is n1 and the number of vertices in T2 is n2 such that n1 plus n2 equal to n. So by this condition, the number of edges of T1 must be n1 minus 1 and the number of edges of n2 must be n2 minus 1. So that T1 and T2 combinedly has n number of vertices, and let us find the number of edges in T1 and T2 combinedly. So the number of edges in T1 and T2 must be this plus this, which will be n1 plus n2 minus 2. That will be n minus 2. So combinedly T1 and T2 has n minus 2 number of edges and n number of vertices. Now we just recall that we have obtained T1 and T2 by deleting one edge from T. So the combination of T1 and T2 has n number of vertices and n minus 2 number of edges, and these two have been obtained by deleting one edge from T. Now let us find the number of edges of T. So T has n number of vertices, which is 2, and let us find the number of edges of T. Now combination of T1 and T2 has n minus 2 number of edges, and these are obtained by deleting one edge from T. So total number of edges in T, this will be n minus 2 plus this edge. So the number of edges of T will be n minus 1. So therefore we have found that for a tree having n vertices, the number of edges is n minus 1. Now using this condition, we have proved that the statement is true for n equal to n. Therefore by mathematical induction, this theorem or the statement is true for any positive integer n, because we have assumed that the statement is true for n equal to 1, 2 and 3, and using the condition that the statement is true for any positive integer less than n, we have found that the statement is true for the integer n. Therefore by mathematical induction, the statement is true for any positive integer n. That completes the theorem that a tree with n vertices has n minus 1 number of edges. We consider the next theorem, that a connected graph with n vertices and n minus 1 number of edges is a tree. So if we assume that we have a connected graph which has n number of vertices and n minus 1 number of edges, then the graph is a tree. So that means we have to prove that the graph contains no circuit. That is the only condition left. If we can prove that the graph contains no circuit, then this will be a tree. Now we are skipping this proof. This proof has been left as an exercise. We just give some clue here. If we assume that the graph contains a circuit, suppose the graph contains a circuit, then if we remove one edge from this circuit, then the graph will be still connected, and let us find the number of edges and vertices in this graph. So remember that we have assumed that if possible the graph contains a circuit, and if it contains a circuit, we can delete one edge from it such that it will be still connected graph. So then the number of vertices in this graph will be n, and the number of edges will be n minus 1 minus 1, which is n minus 2. So the graph is still connected, which has n number of vertices and n minus 2 number of edges. This is impossible because we know from a previous theorem that a connected graph with n vertices has at least n minus 1 number of edges. So this is a contradiction. That means the graph contains no circuit. Therefore this is automatically a tree. That completes the proof. So the complete proof has been left as an exercise. You can easily prove that. We consider the next theorem, that a graph with n vertices and n minus 1 number of edges is a tree if it contains no circuit. So it is given that a graph contains n number of vertices and n minus 1 number of edges. Also, the graph contains no circuit. So we have to prove that this is a tree. So to prove that this is a tree, we just need to prove that the graph is connected. If we can prove that the graph is connected and it is given that the graph contains no circuit, then this will be a tree. So let us prove that the graph is connected. So we start the proof. So if possible, we assume that the graph is not connected. Then the graph contains number of components. Let the graph contains k number of components. So we assume that the graph contains k number of components. If we can prove that k is equal to 1, that means the graph contains only one component, then the graph is connected. So our target will be to prove that k equal to 1. So since the graph contains k number of components, so we assume that the components are 1, 2, 3 up to k. These are the k number of components. So we assume that the component 1 has n1 number of vertices, the component 2 has n2 number of vertices, and ultimately the component k has nk number of vertices. Also assume that the component 1 has e1 number of edges, the component 2 has e2 number of edges, the component 3 has e3 number of edges, and also the component k has ek number of edges. Now since each component is connected and it is given that the graph contains no circuit, so each component is connected and contains no circuit. So each component itself is a tree. This is a tree, this is a tree. So each component is a tree. And we know that in a tree, the number of edges is equal to number of vertices minus 1. So E1 is equal to N1 minus 1. Similarly, the number of edges in the second component E2 is equal to N2 minus 1. So continuing in this way, Ek equal to Nk minus 1. Now if we consider the union of these k components, then we find that total number of vertices, that is equal to Ni, where I varies from 1 to k, and total number of edges equal to Ei, where I varies from 1 to k. Now from the given condition, the graph has n number of vertices and n minus 1 number of edges. So this sum is equal to n and this sum is equal to n minus 1. So if we add this, now summation of Ei, now we know that Ei equal to Ni minus 1 because E1 equal to N1 minus 1, E2 equal to N2 minus 1. So Ei will be Ni minus 1, that is equal to n minus 1. From here we find that summation of I equal to 1 to k Ni minus summation I equal to 1 to k 1 equal to n minus 1. Now by the given condition, summation of Ni equal to n, so this is n minus, now I equal to 1 to k 1, that means 1 plus 1 plus 1 k times, that means this is nothing but k, that is n minus 1. From here we easily find that k equal to 1. That means the number of components for the graph is 1. That means the graph contains only one component. That means the graph is connected. So the graph is connected and it contains no circuit. So automatically the graph is a tree. So that completes the proof. We consider one more theorem in this part. This is very important theorem, that a tree with n vertices, where n is greater or equal to 2, so the tree contains at least 2 vertices, then the tree contains at least 2 pendant vertices. So any tree contains at least 2 pendant vertices. So we shall prove this theorem. So we assume that the graph contains n number of vertices, out of which the graph contains k pendant vertices. So we assume that the graph contains k pendant vertices. We know that a vertex is called pendant vertex if the degree of that vertex is 1. That means for any pendant vertex, degree of that vertex is 1. So the graph contains k pendant vertices and n minus k number of vertices which are not pendant vertices. We know that for pendant vertices, the degree of the vertices are 1 each, and for the other vertices, the degree of the vertices must be greater or equal to 2. Now let us find the sum of the degrees of the vertices. So let us find dvi, that means sum of the degrees of the vertices of the graph. Now we know that the graph contains k number of pendant vertices. So this k number of pendant vertices has degree 1 each. So the total sum of degrees for this k pendant vertices, that is k into 1 plus, and for the remaining n minus k number of vertices, the sum of the degrees will be n minus k number of vertices which are multiplied by their degrees. And we know that for the remaining vertices, the degree of each vertex is at least 2, because these are not pendant vertex. So the degree for each vertex is greater or equal to 2. Therefore, the sum of the degrees of these vertices must be greater or equal to n minus k into 2. So dvi, this must be greater or equal to k plus n minus k multiplied by 2, which is equal to 2n minus k. So the sum of the degrees of the vertices, these must be greater or equal to 2n minus k if the graph contains k number of pendant vertices. Now we know from the handshaking theorem that 2 times number of edges, this is equal to sum of the degrees of the vertices. This is well known theorem. So that is equal to 2 times number of edges. We know that a tree with n vertices has n minus 1 number of edges. So 2 into n minus 1, this is equal to summation of dvi. And we have already obtained that summation of dvi, that means sum of the degrees of the vertices, this is greater or equal to 2n minus k. From here we find that 2n minus 2, this is greater or equal to 2n minus k. So cancelling 2n, if we take k in the left hand side, then k is greater or equal to 2. So from here we find that the value of k is at least 2. And we know that k is the number of pendant vertices. So that completes the proof that for a tree with at least 2 vertices, the number of pendant vertices must be greater or equal to 2. So that completes the theorem. With this we complete this part. In the next part we shall consider binary tree. So see you in the next part. Until then, thanks for watching.